So within that though, talk to us about Billroo. You said you started and you invested $20,000 just to see if you could get it lifted off and if there was legs. It is a budgeting app that you've started with Pablo. What is it and why should someone use it?
So initially we started it. It was interesting. We were doing these little catch-ups with our subscribers, and we were on this call with this one lady, and she is really smart. She works at a tech company. I think she was doing like UX design, something technical. And this lady is so switched on. You know, she's young. She had just bought her first home by herself. She was just really impressive. And we were talking to her about, you know, what her investment strategy is, what she was doing with her money. And she was just saying, you know, I use this app for investing. I use this for this and this for this. And then she just said in passing, like, but, you know, I haven't been able to find a really good budgeting app. And it wasn't like a whole thing. Like she just said it in passing. But that, like Pablo really like that kind of like took him aback. And after the call, he was like, hey, Queenie, like she mentioned that she hasn't been able to find a really good budgeting tool. And that's interesting because we haven't either. And, you know, being personal finance creators, like we love, like, people reach out to us all the time, like, hey, there's this new app, try this. And we've tried so many. We've tried, like, so many different apps, different tools, different systems. But we just kept on going back to using our spreadsheet because it just, like, they just didn't do what we wanted it to do. We just wanted a simple way to see how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, where's it going, like we do with our business. So we have Xero for our business and we just love, like, to be honest, I'm a bit addicted to it. I log in and I'm like, where did the money come from? Okay, where did it go? And I love looking at those sorts of things, but I just haven't been able to do that for my personal finances. And why? So that's why we started it. And I used to work at a tech company, so I already knew designers and developers that were working full-time jobs that, you know, friends that we could kind of like get them to work as a side hustle on the side. And basically to get it up off the ground, we invested $20,000 initially. I think we ended up spending a bit closer to $30,000 on all of the cloud technology and all of the subscriptions and everything. But it was money that we were comfortable with losing if it all went to crap. But thankfully, it did have legs and people were using it. And we've learned a lot. Like now we're 2 years in, so we were building it for a year in the background. And then we launched about a year ago, the paid version and everything. Initially, it was a bit slow, not going to lie. I think in our first month we made $51.
Woo.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Because at that point we had invested about almost $70,000, so about $60,000, $70,000. So I was freaking out when we only made $51. But we made all these improvements and now we've made $30,000, just from subscriptions. And
over the last 2 years, would you say?
Over the last few months. Because we've really made a few changes and then it really like improved, it scaled up and now we like make a few thousand like each month.
Can someone,
and it's growing quite a lot, which is
what's
really
the
cool.
minimum monthly cost?
It's $6.50.
Yeah.
So we are like, it used to be $5.50, but we've added some new features and tools and we are looking at increasing the price like as we build more features.
Is there an option to pay yearly and be done with it?
Yeah. There's an option to pay yearly, and for our early subscribers like that came in early, we haven't actually increased the price for them, so they're still on like the legacy price. But yeah, it's been really cool.
So with all this open banking and stuff, you basically, people can go in, connect all their accounts and get the bank feeds. Is that how it works?
Yeah, exactly. We do have to pay like the reason why it's not free is because we do have to pay like a subscription fee for each user to use those bank feeds. So when you have a lot of users, the costs really add up. Fiscal.
But what, was there another one? Oh, I forget. I'm just out of that tech world
where
they kind of, it's the connector between you and the banks and all that. Yeah. Yeah, cool. And so what do you reckon the winning thing that you've nailed with Billroo as opposed to, I don't know, incumbent spending crap in other bank apps or other people? Like, Are you hearing something out there from your community that they weren't getting that you've put into it?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people weren't looking at this space because when I would tell people that we were starting this business, like people would just say, no one's going to want to spend money on a consumer budgeting tool. And like, why would people do that? And, we were a bit disheartened. We were like, are we just strange for doing our budgeting every month in a spreadsheet and for wanting a tool like this to exist? But we've proven the model out and people want this, you know? There's just no one that has been able to give it to them. And I think it's especially for people, and not going to lie, I think something I've noticed about my audience and the people in our community is they're really smart. They're smart people. Like a lot of them are much smarter than me and they love finance. Like they're kind of a bit nerdy when it comes to finance and they just don't have a tool or someone serving them. So there is a big segment of people that are really savvy with their finances. They're underserved. They don't have somebody making a tool for them. And a lot of them have side hustles or like a side business as well. So that's something that we're looking to develop further, like for solopreneurs and small business owners to basically be able to do their taxes and also budgeting at the same time and send invoices and those sorts of things.
The tool, and I've only had a brief look at it, I think, last year when you sent it to me to have a look at. Does the tool allow, like if there was a member of couples, that they can both have their a login each and see a joint budget?
We are developing those tools soon. So it's actually one of our top requested features.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, that's something that we're going to do. Once we have we want to have like a little code sign in. So when you sign in, you get a code to your email. And basically by having that code sign in, it will enable us to be able to have multiple users share the same account with a code.
Yeah.
Once we have that, We'll build that out soon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Love it. Now, time has flown by as it does. The Fun Finance Formula, it is available now. We'll put a link in the show notes or the YouTube description or whatever. Grab yourself a copy, read it over a coffee. Look, I really loved reading the mindset stuff at the start because I think my whole thing is if you can't get the thing in your mirror sorted out, you're going to have a lot of other drama with your money, with your relationships, with your health. I just think you've done such a great job. It is a fun read. It's an easy read, and that isn't a negative. It's actually an art to write a money book easily. But if you could say to somebody who was starting from zero or standstill, they might be in a financial mess or whatever, what's some like low-hanging fruit of things that they could do to get on track straight away, whether it's in the book or not?
Yeah, I would say play a game of Monopoly and see how you feel about it, because I know that game can get quite heated, especially if you are competitive.
Yeah, I was going to say, Monopoly, you're dead to me. Monopoly Deal, come at me. I love Monopoly Deal.
It's so much fun, and I feel like it kind of illustrates that kind of play and creativity that I feel like people that are good with money have when they think about their finances.
Yeah, so gamify something.
Gamify it, make it fun.
Yeah.
Feel like you're kind of moving through the Monopoly board, collecting little properties and things like that. And if you can see your finances like that, like a game, like don't take it too seriously, then I feel like it becomes more fun, you know?
Yeah. Hey, it's Glenn here. Thank you so much for watching today's video. You made it to the end. Can I ask a favor? Can you hit that like button and maybe hit subscribe if you want to get notified when we release further videos just like this one, whether you watch the Money, Money, Money podcast or Retire Right. And remember, if you want to learn more about investing, I've got an investing book, The Quick Start Guide to Investing, and there's a link in the description to get your hands on a copy. Thank you so much. Bye.